그룹 포토가 죄송한데 메인을 보는 거지. 안 그러면 이 사람들이 못 찾아. 다른 배터리 햇띠를만 햇띠를 먼저 피하고 난 다음에 그것도 하시지 마시고 왜냐하면 찾아보지 마시고 아이스는 하는 때 햇띠를 마지막 조준부에 보시고 난 다음에 그 다음에 셀프로 홈트에서 빠지잖아요. 그것만 이렇게 해요. 지금은 안 돼요. 오케이.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention please? The 10th anniversary event of the World Bank Group Korea office will begin shortly. We would appreciate if all the participants to please come inside the hall and take your seats. As a courtesy to others and to avoid any disturbances during this event, please make sure all cell phones are in silent mode. Simultaneous interpretation will be provided. Please use the receivers placed on the tables and tune into channel 1 for Korean and channel 2 for English. The opening ceremony will start shortly. Thank you.
네, 말씀드렸어요. 여기 안 계세요?
뭘로 들어오세요? 여기로? 여기로 들어온다고요?
May I have your attention, please? The event is about to start. Please be seated. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and also everyone who's here today. Welcome to the 10th anniversary event of the World Bank Group Korea office. I am Min Hyang Jung, and it is my honor to host this meaningful event. Nice to meet you. We are joined today by distinguished guest participants from Korea and around the world to celebrate a decade of innovation, Republic of Korea and World Bank Group Partnership for Sustainable Development. I would like to express my sincere gratitude to all the attendees. Without further ado, we will now start the opening ceremony of today's event, which is co-hosted by the World Bank Group and the Ministry of Economy and Finance of Korea. The purpose of today's event is to commemorate the milestones and the invaluable contribution of Korea, the development community, through World Bank Group programs in the past decade. Let's first start today's celebration with an opening video, which will highlight the last 10 years of the World Bank Group Korea office. Please enjoy.
Leveraging Korea's unique, transformative and inspirational history of being a recipient of international aid to become a strong donor country, the Korea Office functions as a global knowledge platform, supporting the development of World Bank member countries. We specialise in carrying out knowledge sharing activities, providing advisory services, and offering technical and financial assistance to help developing countries learn from the World Bank Group's and Korea's experience and expertise.
IHC Leader Korea support Korean partners with their business expansion in emerging markets. The opening of the Korea office has accelerated engagement with Korean sponsors and helped making contributions to World Bank Group's strategic areas such as IDA, FCS, climate and inclusion.
During phase 1, we positioned ourselves as a knowledge sharing and financial sector while building partnerships with a broad array of Korean partners. As we moved to phase 2, the office added new work streams such as urban development, environment, and energy, while expanding its focus on innovation and technology.
In the current phase 3, we have evolved into a global innovation hub by leveraging Korea's expertise in areas such as technology, innovation, and green growth to develop new approaches and solutions that explore new ways to address development challenges.
The Seoul Center for Finance and Innovation successfully executed the 1.5 million financial sector development supporting program to support building a sound, diversified, and inclusive financial system for Mongolia through a wide range of advisory services. This resulted in our second national risk assessment on anti-money laundering and counter-terrorism financing, national strategy of MFCFP, and the banking sector assessment in Mongolia.
One example would be the 260 megawatt artificial hydro project in Nepal. MIGA and IHC supported the project led by Korean companies, aiming to provide a sustainable electricity access to millions and create jobs in Nepal.
It was the first project on the phase consent process with effective indigenous community. We expect the project's new environmental and social benchmark for hydropower projects the following Nepal.
They have achieved this very high level of waste management
standard over a period of less than 50 years. So Ghana is a developing country, and that they have gone through the same trajectory that we are now going through. So there's no point to reinvent the wheel. We can use the Korean example to leapfrog in order to achieve improved standard of waste, solid waste management within a very short time.
For me, no, sa ako, mas ako siyang tabang, siyempre mas may empowered pa ang kagbabaihan niya. Katong
May hapon sir, kaya ba, napupukay mo tapang kami sa pilay, kani nasalabi na sa mga panan, parang mas dali na mo maibalaan kung asa mo mga farm, katong wala siya, labi lang itong kabangunan ng area.
앞으로도 저희 한국전력과 세계은행은 함께 더 많은 노력을 해서 개발도상국에서 특히 에너지 분야에 탈탄소화라든가 그리고 분산연전원 그리고 에너지 디지털화 같은 것을 지원하게 될 것이며 이러한 노력들이 결국은 개발도상국의 포괄적인 에너지 접근성을 확대하고 기후변화 대응에 적극적으로 나설 수 있도록 기여하는 역할을 하게 되기를 진심으로 희망하고 있습니다.
Personally, it will benefit us in such a way that when we come back, we do share that Korea has already made advances on this technologies, and hopefully we can design our framework to follow what Korea has done.
The bank has the knowledge. They also provide a key element, which is trust. We are really looking forward to carry those projects on. I think the benefits are really enormous, and they are an exponential solution to an exponential problem.
Within the span of a single lifetime, Korea went from one of the lowest per capita income countries in the world to one of the highest. Korea's experience shows that development is not an abstract concept. It is within the reach of countries that make good investments and implement sound policies. The Korean example of development is very powerful, and other countries are asking to know how Korea has achieved such success. The World Bank Group Korea Office, with the support of our Korean partners, is working with many developing countries to share knowledge about the development areas in which Korea has excelled. For example, capturing the benefits of urbanization, building high-quality public infrastructure and public services, providing an environment in which the businesses and financial sector can grow sustainably, and using cutting-edge technology to tackle development problems.
Thank you very much, everyone. Please give a big round of applause. The video basically summarized what we have done in the past 10 years as a one big team. Now it is my great honor to introduce Ms. Anna Biodite, Managing Director of Operations from the World Bank, to give us her opening remarks. Please greet her with a big round of applause.
Good morning, everyone. And let me just start by saying what a pleasure it is to be here. But let me also very much start by acknowledging Deputy Prime Minister Chu, Secretary Wee, distinguished guests and colleagues, and let me do my job of welcoming you to the 10th anniversary celebration of the World Bank's Korea office. Korea joined the World Bank in 1955, almost 70 years ago. Our first financing arrangement came in 1962, when representatives of Korea and the World Bank signed an agreement for the International Development Association to provide $14 million in financing for railroad projects. These first projects including completing the 1G line, procuring new rolling stock, and establishing a modern accounting system for the National Railroad. At that time of the project, Korea was still one of the poorest countries in the world and in great need of foreign capital to finance investment. From these first projects, the relationship between Korea and the World Bank grew. In the following years, Korea received funding from IDA to build highways, irrigation projects, schools, universities, and more railways. Within a decade of signing the agreement for those first railroad projects, Korea had graduated from IDA. And only 5 years after that, in 1977, Korea became a contributor to IDA. This is a remarkable transition. Within 15 years, Korea went from IDA recipient to IDA donor. Korea is the textbook example of how IDA financing can be a catalyst for economic development and poverty reduction. Although Korea quickly graduated from IDA, its relationship with the World Bank did not end there. Most of you will know that the next tier of assistance for countries comes through the International Bank for Reconstruction and Development, or IBRD. The arm of the World Bank focused mainly on providing development finance to middle-income countries. This is where Korea moved after its graduation from IDA. And as Korea's economy grew in size and complexity, the type of support it demanded from the World Bank became more sophisticated. In place of the infrastructure projects of the 1960s and the 1970s, Korea increasingly sought to work with the World Bank on issues like industrial development, workforce skills, and education, as well as research and development. This continued through the mid-1990s, by which time Korea had repaid all the financing it had received from the IBRD over previous decades. The financing relationship resumed after the Asian financial crisis of 1997 and 1998, but these loans were repaid quickly as Korea's economy recovered. So overall, this was an extraordinarily successful partnership. I'm proud that the World Bank could play this meaningful role in Korea's development story. And since then, Korea has continued to go from strength to strength. In the 6 decades since 1960, Korea's per capita GDP rose from $158 to nearly $35,000, representing average annual growth of more than 7%. Literacy rates rose, poverty rates fell. Korea's journey is an inspirational example for other developing countries. The power of Korea's example is not just that it's now a high-income country, but that the transition from low to high income happened so quickly. In fact, within the living memory of many current Korean citizens. It is possible to get first-hand accounts of the process of Korea's development, of the things that worked well and the things that didn't work so well. We can still talk to the people who were working in the public policy, in the private sector, and in academia at the time this process was happening. Recognizing the power of this example and the demands from other countries to hear about Korea's development experience, the Korean government and the World Bank partnered again in 2013 to set up an office in Incheon, whose 10th birthday we are celebrating today. Our team works with Korean partners to ensure that the lessons of Korea's development experience are available to other World Bank member countries and are used to inform the design and implementation of World Bank projects, particularly in East Asia and the Pacific region. The office focuses on the application of technology and innovation to development problems, an area in which Korea's success is recognized around the world. It has been a fruitful partnership and one that I hope continues for many years to come. So let me thank all of you for joining today, both our partners from Korea and those who have come from around the world. I hope you will enjoy today's discussions. Let me finish by thanking the Korean government, particularly Deputy Prime Minister Chu and his staff in the Ministry of Economy and Finance, for their continued support to the World Bank Group. Your knowledge of development and your willingness to share that knowledge allows the World Bank to support deeper development impact in our client countries. Thank you so very much.
Thank you, Ms. Biota, for the cheering words. Please give a big round of applause one more time. Ms. Biota shared her words regarding how Korea has developed rapidly since 1950s, and she also has pointed out that the choice of partnering with Korean office has been so successful. Next, I would like to invite His Excellency Mr. Kyung-ho Chu, Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of the Ministry of Economy and Finance of Korea, to the stage to deliver the congratulatory remarks. Please welcome him with a big round of applause.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. I would like to first congratulate the 10th anniversary of World Bank Korea office, the result of strong partnership between Korea and World Bank. I would also like to extend my gratitude to Managing Director Anna Pierde of the World Bank and Secretary Ivan Wui of the Department of ICT of the Philippines and distinguished guests for joining us today. Ladies and gentlemen, Korea has built a strong two-way relationship with the World Bank as one of its key partners. Korea is a major donor country that has demonstrated its intellectual leadership by sharing the unique development experience of being a client country to become a donor country. In addition, Korea's capacity in innovation and technology has recently become an area of interest for the World Bank. Over the last decade, the Korea office played an important role in building the partnership between Korea and World Bank by utilizing Korea's capacity and leadership. The Korea office has successfully worked with over 150 partners in many areas, including digital, environment, and education. Because of these successes, there are high expectations for Korea office going forward. So, I would like to make 3 recommendations on the desirable role of Korea office. First, the Korea office should fully position itself as a hub for innovation and technology. Innovation and technology were critical to Korea in becoming a global leader. They are also the main agenda of the World Bank that the Korea office is expected to carry out. Korea's expertise in the climate and digital sectors can help developing countries against the challenges they face. I believe Korea's resources in these areas can help the Korea office become a symbol of innovation and technology. Second, the Korea office should further strengthen its cooperation with Korea's leading private businesses. Ajay Banga, the incoming president of World Bank Group, achieved a positive development impact by using the prepaid card services in the ODA processes when he was the CEO of MasterCard. Given many Korean businesses with rich development experience and resources, it's important for Korea office to mobilize their active participation in the World Bank project. Third, Korea office should provide a tailored approach based on an in-depth review of Korea's development knowledge. A good starting point may be the recent flagship report, Innovative Korea, by the World Bank and KDI, which analyzed how Korea escaped the middle-income trap by leveraging innovation and technology. I hope Korea's valuable experience will continue to be shared with the rest of the world through the World Bank, the best platform. Going forward, I ask the World Bank for its kind attention and support so that Korea office can continue to successfully share Korea's knowledge and experience. I look forward to the Korea's office next decade ahead. Once again, congratulations, 10th anniversary. Thank you.
Thank you so much, the Prime Minister of Korea. Please give a big round of applause one more time. Now we'll have Ms. Biorute on the stage. appreciation ceremony. Ms. Bjorke, please come up to the stage. Thank you. As a token of appreciation, the World Bank Group would like to give the following Partnership Award to the Ministry of Economy and Finance for its outstanding partnership over the last decade. Ms. Bjorke will do the honors. And Mr. Chu, please come up to the stage. Thank you very much. In sincere appreciation for your contribution and collaboration to commemorate a decade of innovation and partnership for sustainable development between the Republic of Korea and the World Bank Group, May 24, 2023. Please look at the camera for the photo session. Please look at the camera. Please look at the camera for the 사진 이어서 찍도록 하겠습니다. 사진 촬영을 위해서 잠깐 자리에 대기해 주시기 바라겠습니다. Now we'll have a photo session. Yes, everyone, please give them a big round of applause. Thank you very much. Now please go back to your seats. Congratulations.